Okay, cat parents, you know the drill. It's midnight, you're sound asleep, and then, bam! Your cat suddenly transforms into a tiny, furry rocket, tearing through the house, scaling furniture, and generally acting like they've just chugged 3 espressos. We call them the Zoomies, those hilarious, sometimes bewildering bursts of energy. But have you ever stopped to wonder why they do it? Is it just pure silliness, or is there something more going on beneath that sleek feline exterior? Turns out, it's a whole lot more. What seems like random bursts of chaos is actually a fascinating interplay of deeply ingrained evolutionary instincts and complex feline neurology. Your cat isn't just being silly, they're acting out behaviors hardwired into their DNA over millennia. This video isn't just about watching funny cat videos, it's about understanding the biological and psychological triggers that turn your calm companion into a blur of motion. We're going to break down the science, making sense of why your adorable floof sometimes goes full-on cheetah mode. Let's start with a core truth: despite their comfy couch potato lifestyle, domestic cats are apex predators. Their ancestors were solitary hunters, perfectly evolved to stalk, chase, and capture prey. This primal programming hasn't disappeared just because they get kibble twice a day. The Zoomies are often a direct manifestation of this inherent predatory drive, a sudden awakening of their inner tiger. It's like their ancient hunting instincts are momentarily overriding their domestic chill, which is wild, by the way. Another key piece of the puzzle is your cat's natural activity schedule. Unlike us, who are mostly diurnal, active during the day, or nocturnal, active at night, cats are primarily crepuscular. This means they are most active during dawn and dusk. Think about it, that's when their natural prey, small rodents and birds, are also out and about. So, those midnight or early morning Zoomies. They're just your cat's internal clock telling them it's prime hunting time, even if the prey is just a dust bunny. Now, let's talk about what's happening inside their little heads. The cat brain, while smaller than ours, is incredibly sophisticated, especially when it comes to processing sensory information and coordinating rapid movements. When a cat gets the Zoomies, it's not just a random act, it's a carefully orchestrated neurological event. Signals are firing, hormones are surging, and their motor cortex is going into overdrive. It's like their brain hits a go button for extreme exertion. The go button we just talked about? It's pushed by tiny chemical messengers in the brain called neurotransmitters. Two big players in the Zoomies game are dopamine and adrenaline. Think of neurotransmitters as the brain's email system, sending urgent messages between neurons. When your cat gets that sudden urge to sprint, these chemicals are flooding their system, preparing their body for intense activity. It's truly amazing how quickly their body can switch gears. First up, dopamine. This isn't just that pleasure chemical, it's also heavily involved in motivation, reward, and anticipating activity. When your cat spots a dust bunny that looks suspiciously like a fleeing mouse, or hears a crinkle that suggests play, their brain releases dopamine. This release motivates them to engage in the chase, making the act of running and pouncing feel incredibly rewarding. It's that something exciting is about to happen, feeling translated into a sprint. Then there's adrenaline, also known as epinephrine. This is the fight or flight hormone that prepares the body for immediate, intense physical action. When adrenaline floods your cat's system, their heart rate increases, blood flow shifts to their muscles, and their senses sharpen. This surge gives them that incredible burst of speed and agility needed for sudden sprints, gravity-defying leaps, and climbing walls. It's what turns them into a tiny, furry bullet for those few glorious seconds. Consider the Zoomie as a rehearsal for the ancient hunting sequence: stalk, chase, pounce, kill. Even though they might not be chasing actual prey, their body is going through the motions. The sudden sprint simulates the chase, the acrobatic leaps might mimic pouncing on a difficult target, and sometimes they'll even kill a toy or their own tail at the end of it. It's their way of keeping those instincts sharp, a biological practice session for a skill they rarely need to use for survival. Let's be real, most house cats spend a significant portion of their day napping, sometimes up to 16 hours. That's a lot of stored energy for a creature designed for bursts of intense activity. When they finally wake up and realize they haven't had a proper hunt or play session, that pent-up energy needs an outlet. The zoomies are a fantastic way for them to burn off that excess energy, preventing boredom and keeping them physically fit. It's like they've hit their daily step goal in 30 seconds. Sometimes, zoomies are triggered by a sudden sensory input. A specific sound, like the ding of an oven timer or a distant siren, can momentarily snap them into an alert, high-energy state. A visual cue, like a dust mote dancing in a sunbeam or a reflection on the wall, can ignite their predatory focus. Or even a smell, maybe a stray scent of something interesting from outside. These small stimuli can overload their senses, leading to that sudden explosive release of energy. Okay, this one might be the most bizarre, but it's super common, the post-litter box zoomies. Many cats will sprint, leap, and generally act wild right after using their litter box. Why on earth would they do that? There are a couple of theories. One suggests it's a release of built-up tension or vulnerability. In the wild, going to the bathroom makes a cat highly vulnerable, so getting out of that exposed situation quickly and releasing energy makes sense. Another theory behind the post-potty zoomies involves the vagus nerve. This nerve plays a huge role in bodily functions, including digestion and heart rate, and it can be stimulated during defecation. For some cats, this stimulation might trigger a burst of energy, a sort of a reset for their system after a potentially vulnerable moment. It's a fascinating, albeit slightly gross, example of how their internal systems can directly impact their physical behavior. Who knew bathroom breaks could be so neurologically complex? The frequency and intensity of zoomies can also change with age. Kittens, with their boundless energy and developing coordination, are practically born with zoomies. It's a critical part of their development, helping them build muscles, refine hunting skills, and explore their world. Older cats might have fewer, shorter zoomie sessions, or their zoomies might look a little more sedate due to arthritis or reduced energy levels. But even senior cats can get a burst of youthful exuberance now and then, which is always heartwarming to see. Sometimes, zoomies aren't just about fun or pent-up energy, they can also be a coping mechanism for stress or anxiety. If a cat is feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or bored, a sudden burst of activity can be a way to release that tension. It's a form of displacement behavior, where they channel internal stress into physical action. Think of it like us needing to go for a run when we're stressed. It helps to clear the head and burn off that anxious energy. Let's bring it back to the prey drive, because it's such a fundamental force. The entire zoomie experience is a feedback loop involving this drive. A trigger, like a bug or a sudden noise, activates the prey drive. This triggers the release of dopamine for motivation and adrenaline for action. The cat executes the hunt, the zoomie, and the physical exertion and perceived success reinforce the positive feeling, making them more likely to do it again. It's a beautifully efficient system, isn't it? Understanding these triggers helps us provide better care. To manage and even encourage healthy zoomies, without them being disruptive or stress-induced, environmental enrichment is key. This means giving your cat plenty of opportunities for active play, scratching, climbing, and exploring. Interactive toys, cat trees, puzzle feeders, and regular dedicated play sessions can fulfill their predatory instincts and burn off energy in a positive way. A happy hunter is a happy cat. Think of interactive play as controlled zoomies. Using a wand toy to simulate a bird or mouse allows your cat to stalk, chase, pounce, and even kill their prey in a safe and engaging way. This structured play helps channel those powerful instincts and provides a healthy release of energy, often preventing those spontaneous midnight sprints. Make sure to let them catch the toy at the end of a session to complete the hunting cycle and provide that satisfying dopamine rush. For the most part, zoomies are a completely normal and healthy sign of a happy cat. However, if you notice a sudden, dramatic increase in zoomies, especially accompanied by other symptoms like excessive grooming, changes in appetite, litter box issues, or aggression, it might be worth a vet visit. Sometimes, underlying medical conditions or significant stress can manifest as unusual energy bursts. But generally, enjoy the show, it's a window into their wild side. So, the next time your cat goes full throttle, climbing walls and tearing through your home like a tiny, possessed ninja, you'll know it's not just random craziness. It's a beautiful dance of evolution and neurology, a testament to their predatory past, their crepuscular rhythm, and the complex chemistry happening in their brain. It's their way of staying sharp, burning energy, and sometimes just releasing tension. Embrace the chaos, because those zoomies are a healthy, hilarious glimpse into the incredible world of your feline friend. Thanks for watching.